Embracing the new beginnings. Another year, another day, another chance. Happy New Year, everyone! Happy 2024! And just like that, we are in another year. So far, how's the first week of 2024? I hope it's a good one for all of us. Sana lahat ng mga gusto nating maranasan ngayong 2024, lahat ng mga hinihintay natin, sana makuha at magawa na natin ngayong taon na to. Amen! So anyway, I'm not sure if this is just me or if you feel the same, that when it is a new year, it makes us feel that it is a fresh start, a new beginning. And that's the reason why I'm doing this podcast episode. Kasi nakaka-amaze and nakaka-curious din in a way na parang kapag may bagong taon, para siyang panibagong pagkakataon para gawin natin yung mga gusto nating gawin. Parang it's a perfect time to set new goals and move on from everything that has not been good for us. Para siyang may kakaibang magic na it gives us this energy na pakiramdam ko kapag ganito na bagong taon, bagong energy na rin yung meron ako. I kind of feel like I am recharged, refreshed, and renewed. Parang get ready to conquer the universe. Ganon. Parang, ang dami kong parang. I mean, it's time to set new goals, start new hobbies, or anything na gusto nating umpisahan. Parang lagi nating tinataon na gawin yon sa bagong taon. Sometimes, naisip ko maybe because it's a form of tradition or culture. Minsan din naman, we're thinking na because it's lucky. Diba may mga sinasabi yung mga matatanda na kapag inumpisahan mo siya ng bagong taon, parang buong taon mo siyang magagawa. I don't know, diba? Pero narinig ko na rin yun before. And having said that, I thought of reflecting about beginnings. A start of something new. I feel like there are good things about it. Meron din medyo minsan nakakatakot, nakakakaba. Pero how does it feel when we say beginning? For me, sa umpisa, it feels exciting kasi nandun yung gigil mo na umpisahan ng isang bagay. Parang sa isang pelikula, yung umpisa yung nakakahook, yung unang ilang minuto, papasabikin ka niya para panoorin mo siya at abangan mo yung susunod na mangyayari. Anticipating a good ending, diba? Pero habang tumatagal, yung excitement mo, yung gigil, parang nababawasan. Minsan, nawawala. Mabuti na lang kung bumalik siya. Pero kung isang full course meal ito, it's like you are waiting for the main course eh. Kaya you have to wait for it. And sometimes, kahit umabot ka na sa climax or sa pinaka-anticipated part, minsan hindi pa rin tapos eh. Kasi kailangan mo pa rin ituloy. Kasi may dessert pa. Kasi may resolution pa after the climax kung pelikula man to. And kung umabot ka man sa dulo ng isang full course meal or umabot na sa ending ang isang movie, you can still choose to do it again, to begin again. And the cycle begins. It's beginnings and endings again and again, life. Whew! Thoughts. Usually, in times like this, we do have a lot of things that we set. Kapag mga bagong taon, like, diba, kapag sa umaga, doon tayo nagsiset ng new goals and new plans. Pero in times like this, sabi ko nga, ilan ba sa atin ang gumagawa ng New Year's resolution? So, sa 27 years ko sa Earth, parang ang dami ng mga New Year's resolutions ang narinig ko na paulit-ulit lang naman na naririnig ko every New Year. Question guys, do you still do it? Do you still do your New Year's resolutions? And kamusta? Kapag sinabing New Year's resolutions, it's commitment or goal that we set with the intention of self-improvement or positive change. Mga bagay na gusto nating baguhin para sa sarili natin. Pero question, ikaw, ano yung gusto mong gawin ngayong 2024? Bukod sa mahalin ako at pasayahin ako. Oh, cherries! Hello po! I mean, what are the common New Year's resolutions that you had or you've heard? If magbibigay ako ng top 5, siguro yung unang-una dyan, lose weight, mag-diet. Another thing is to save money, travel more, to live healthy, and to learn a new skill or a hobby. Pero bukod sa mga yan, there are a lot more New Year's resolutions na narinig ko na sa ibang tao. So if you have yours for 2024, let me know in the comments section. And check natin sa 2025 if nagawa mo ba. Sabi ko nga kanina, traditionally, we set new goals at the beginning of the year because it feels like a symbolic. It gives us a motivation and inspiration. Parang binibigyan niya tayo ng cue na, oh, you have to set new goals kasi new year na. Siguro dahil nga, yun nga, kultura, nakasanayan. And other than that, because it's a celebration, it gives us positive vibes and energy. Parang feeling natin dahil nag-start nating sinet yung goal ng masaya, ng makulay, maingay, we feel like yung goal natin sasabay siya. But other than this, I think one thing that makes us set goals every New Year is the idea that we are setting goals with other people. It's like we have support from others too. Kumbaga, damay-damay, sama-sama, ganon. But having said that, ilan ba sa atin ang napanindigan ang mga resolutions na sinet natin tuwing bagong taon? I remember, ako, parang ang pinakasinet ko lang na resolution before is mag-diet. Pero parang hindi ko naman siya nagawa kasi saktong January 1, masarap ang pagkain, di ba? Parang ang hirap mag-diet ng araw na yun. Pero other than that, hindi man ako mapag-set ng New Year's resolutions, I do set goals. Yung mga gusto kong mangyari sa taon na yun. Usually, sinusulat ko yon at the beginning of each year. May naaalala nga ako, meron akong mga sinet na goals. I think that was 2020. So, chinek ko pa yung journal ko kung ano talaga yung mga sinulat ko doon. And ito yun. So, there are 6 things that I wrote that I wanted to happen noong 2020. First, gusto ko mag-visit ng Las Casas. Second, I want to have a stable job. Third, I want to visit vegan. Kasi gusto kong kumain ng vegan longganisa doon. Number 4, gusto kong magbawas ng timbang. Haha. And then number 5, gusto kong magkaroon ng Charles & Keith na bag. And then number 6, I want to watch 3D. So if you haven't heard of 3D, that is Dancel, Danau, and Dumas live. Kasi back in 2017, one of the core memory that I had is nung pinanood ko yung I'm Drunk, I Love You na movie. It was cinematic for me. Hindi siya yung usual na happy ending or happy story na movie ng Philippine cinema. And dun ko narinig yung version ng Burnout, which is originally from Sugar Free. Tapos, ginawa nila ng version and sobra akong na-LSS doon. It brings back a lot of memories every time na pakinggan ko siya. So, gusto ko silang panoorin ng live. Anyway, so kahit na hindi na ako magkwento ng sobrang haba kung ano yung nangyari nung taon na yan, alam nyo na siguro na hindi ko yan nagawa nung 2020. Kasi, ang start ng 2020, yung bulkang Taal na yun eh. Tapos pagdating ng March, nag-lockdown na. So sa 3 months na yun, wala akong nagawa sa mga sinet kong goals kasi those were pandemic days. Instead of makapag-travel ako, nakulong ako sa bahay kasi bawal lumabas. Instead na magkaroon ako ng stable job, nawalan ako ng trabaho at sobrang wala akong pera that time kasi sakto akong nag-resign nung lockdown. And lalong hindi ako pumayat kasi nga nakastay lang tayo sa bahay, tas wala naman akong ibang ginagawa nun kundi manood ng mga movies kasi ang daming naglabasan na free movies nun online just to ease our boredom, diba? So, wala. Lalong wala akong nabiling bag kasi wala tayong pera. Tapos lalo akong hindi nakanood ng concert kasi bawal na bawal yung magsama-sama yung maraming tao. Pero the good thing is, napanood ko naman online yung si Dancel and Dumas kasi uso nun yung mga parang free live concert via Zoom. So, yun, that was the time na sinulat ko naman lahat ng goals ko sa journal ko pero walang nangyari, walang natupad. Yeah, so sad. Pero if looking back, meron man akong hindi man ako mahilig gumawa ng New Year's resolution, meron man akong mga goals na sinet ng taon na yun, pero hindi ko nagawa. I think there's one thing that I started on a new year that I was able to do until the end of the year, and not just on that year, pero I did it for 7 years. A thing that I am really proud of, it's journaling, journal writing. Hindi ko ito sinabi na like, okay, sa taon na to mag-journal ako. Alam ko hindi ko yun sinet na ganon. It's just that, kumbaga parang inumpisahan ko lang siya and nagtuloy-tuloy na siya. And yun yung isang bagay na nagawa ko na hindi ako nahirapan na i-sustain at ituloy. Unlike yung pagdadayat, Diyos ko day, parang everyday is a challenge for me. Pero yung journal writing, parang I felt like hindi ko na malaya na nakapitong journals na pala ako. Parang ganon. And speaking of beginning and journal writing, I do now have a digital journal. It's Sarah's Bedtime Stories Inspired digital journal. It's for self-improvement na ginawa ko for those who are interested to start journal writing. Kasi I do have a lot of stories to share about it, how it has helped me understand myself better. And if not with journal writing, wala akong podcast ngayon. So if you want to check out this journal, you can check sarahsbedtimestories.com, or you can directly message me on my socials, whether it's on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. Hanapin nyo lang sarahsbedtimestories.com if you want to get a copy. So it's a beginning for me kasi this is the first ever merch ng SBTS. And then another thing is I'm sharing what I've learned about journal writing to all of you. But anyway, having said that, about New Year, about setting goals, and about beginnings, how to exactly embrace beginnings. My thoughts, there are beginnings kasi na tayo ang gumawa mismo, and meron din namang mga beginnings na hindi nating kontrolado. Pero whenever we experience beginning or start, what I've learned is there's always something to learn from it. And for those planned beginnings, these are the things that I've learned. Una, you have to be clear and specific about what you want before starting it. Kasi kahit mukhang mahirap siyang abutin or gawin, go. You have to think of that clear and specific goal. Kasi importante na alam mo kung ano talaga yung gusto mo. It will guide you along the way. Then you have to break it into small steps. Baby steps, sabi nga nila. Kasi hindi ka naman basta-basta makakarating dun ng biglaan. So you just have to do what you can do at the moment and then continue from there. And then plan for it. You have to set goals, set timelines, para alam mo rin na you have to take action. Kailangan mo rin gumalaw. But even if we are planning things, we have to be flexible kasi may mga pagkakataon kasi na what you wanted is not the way. But keep in mind na sometimes itong mga pangyayari na to, those are forms of redirection and baka they are leading you to a better destination. And last, you have to visualize your goal. Yung nakikita mo siya na successful na siya, na nagawa mo na siya, na naabot mo na siya, na you're living the goal that you've been dreaming. Kasi, for me, that's a form of motivation. And that will keep you working on towards your success. Para hindi ka mapagod or para hindi ka sumuko, kailangan nandun yung na-visualize mo na yung end goal. So that is for planned beginnings, yung mga gusto mong umpisahan. Pero what if you've experienced an unplanned beginning? What if life gave you a situation na kailangan mong mag-umpisa ulit na nakaka-stress, diba? Pero for me, number 1 is acceptance. It's the first step. Kailangan mong tanggapin na may nagtapos at may bago kang mararanasan. This is one of the best lessons I've learned in my early 20s from my favorite person. Sabi niya sa akin, you just have to focus on what you can control. Kasi that time, ang hilig kong mamroblema sa mga bagay na wala naman akong kayang gawin. Kumbaga, hindi nasakop ng powers ko pero worry pa rin ako ng worry. And ang hilig kong mag-complain, it's as if may magagawa ako. Sabi nga niya sa akin, sayang ang ganda at sayang ang energy. So I'm sharing it to all of you again na if you came to that point na kailangan mong mag-start ng panibago, just focus on the things that you can control and leave the things that you cannot. Kasi nga, use that energy for another thing. Sabi nga sa akin ni Miss Kat, parang gamitin mo yon as a challenge for you to overcome those struggles. And then another thing, it's you should try to look for the positive. No matter how hard it is, just try kasi baka meron at meron pa rin na isa. Sabi nga nung isang matalinong kakilala ko, it's just a matter of perspective. And of course, you have to stay present. Do not worry about what is not yet happening and do not dwell too much on the past. Kasi parehas kang walang magagawa sa future at sa past. Kasi yung past tapos na, yung future wala pa, di ba? And of course, if everything is getting harder, you can always ask for help. Family man yan, friends, or kung sino man ang pwedeng tumulong sa'yo. If you need help, you just ask help. So my thoughts, above all these things, for me, when you say embracing beginning, it's accepting what has been and what will happen. Embracing beginning means when you start doing something, what matters is you keep going. Beginnings are sometimes exciting, sometimes terrifying, sometimes challenging. But as you go along, you will see that the more you embrace beginnings, the braver you become. And I think in our 20s, the ability to start, to embrace beginning is something to be proud of. Kasi parang in our 20s, we do have a lot of beginnings. We feel like doon nag-uumpisa yung buhay natin. And the fact that we can embrace it, I feel like mas kaya nating ma-survive kung ano man ang binibigay sa atin ng life. So that's it for Sarah's Bedtime Stories, episode 35, Embracing the New Beginnings. Again, Happy New Year! Mwah! Thanks for listening to Sarah's Bedtime Stories. If you enjoyed my podcast, please like and follow me on Facebook, Spotify, and YouTube. Just search Sarah's Bedtime Stories. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at @_Sarah's Bedtime Stories. Feel free to share your questions or stories with us at sarahsbedtimestories@gmail.com. And who knows, your story might become the next episode.